Welcome to the Nerdist Podcast number 574.
Yes.
You know, I like that every time we do these intros and you're here, you always seem surprised that I want you to say anything.
I just like to casually slide in. I don't want to be presumptuous.
There was nothing casual about that slide in. It was a very labored, awful slide in. It wasn't slick.
That's my version of smoothness.
Oh, okay.
It's like steampunk smoothness. There's a lot of gears and it doesn't move. It's all rickety.
Listen, some people's demeanor is chunky peanut butter. That's okay, Kyle.
It's all right. Then you put that in a Reese's and it's delicious.
This episode of the Nerdist Podcast is brought to you by NatureBox, which is a subscription-based healthy snack service that starts at $19.95 a month. They will deliver delicious healthy snacks to your doorstep on a monthly basis. Each bag of snacks is full size. It's got 3 to 5 servings of snacks in it. There's no high fructose corn syrup. There's no trans fats. There's no artificial sweeteners or flavors, Kyle. I recommend the PB&J granola if you hadn't had it. And they also have salted caramel pretzel pops.
My favorite is the sriracha cashews. Those are jammy jam.
That doesn't sound like jam. That sounds like just a
I was using jam more in a colloquial term.
Way to come back from the 90s, Kyle. Motown Philly over here. Doing a little East Coast swing. But NatureBox, we have an offer going. If you start your NatureBox membership today, you're going to get a free sample box. Go to naturebox.com/Nerdist. That's all lowercase to get started and start getting healthy snacks that are delicious delivered to you.
I'd rather buy them through NatureBox and try to find those healthy snacks on the streets.
On the streets or in a store. Who knows?
Right?
You don't know what you're getting in a store.
When I'm walking up to that guy in the overcoat and he's like, "You want to buy some salted caramel pops?" I don't know what those are.
That could be anything. It could be anything.
Yeah. Turns out it's mostly heroin.
This podcast is David Arquette, who, I'd been acquaintance with David over the years. We'd seen each other at various events, never really talked, and instantly became friends.
He's a real nice guy.
We've been talking and texting like teenagers, and he's a good guy, and he's promoting a show, Cleaners, which is on Crackle.com, and then also the independent film Field of Shoes, which is out on September 26th. So here we go. Nerdist Podcast number 574 with my new pal, David Arquette.
Yes.
Chunky peanut butter.
Now entering Nerdist.com.
Bless you.
Thanks.
For science.
Well,
Science.
what would a wizard do?
What would a wizard do?
Yeah.
A wizard would cast a spell to never sneeze again. Or he would have magical sneezes. Or wish granting sneezes. Like every time you caught a wizard sneezing, you're like, I get to make a wish. And he's like, God damn it.
This is longer than I thought it was going to be.
See, this is why you shouldn't ask me questions. I'll teach you.
Yeah, good point.
David Arquette, welcome to this podcast has already started. I am enjoying your Run DMC shirt.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, it's not just Run DMC. That's Beastie Boys?
That's that from that tour, that first big Beastie Boys tour.
Oh, my God. I remember that. Remember when they were just a party band?
Yeah.
The good old days. Well, not really a party band. Like they were
like sexist and telling kids to do drugs and stuff like that. That's the days I miss. Not the
I'm still holding on to those
days. I'm still. I really am. I'm sorry. I've been giving up on the dream.
Well, you look good, and that's the important thing.
Thank you.
Like
you too.
You're surviving it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You're doing an okay job.
Yeah.
energy
You
to
should
fight
see
for
my
it.
innards.
It's best not to think about it.
Yeah. I work on the shell. What's on in the inside?
No. It sort of reminds me of one time. My mom's house is a place where you could literally eat off the floor, like it's spotless.
Wow.
But I gave her something to put away, and she opened this closet, and there was just a pile of shit, and just a bunch of stuff. Not literally a pile of shit, just like a bunch of stuff in the closet. And she just threw it in there on top, and my response was, oh, so that's where that goes.
Yeah.
And that's the same kind of thing. Like, as long as you don't see it, it's not messy.
I like it. I like that philosophy. I can live with that.
But how do you maintain this lifestyle when you have a ton of shit going on?
No, I mean, I'm somewhat responsible. I was only like 8 minutes late.
Yeah, that wasn't bad at all, actually. That wasn't bad at all. But you're in a movie, and you're producing television, and you have a nightclub, and you just bought another one.
I did not buy another one. That's a rumor.
I thought you bought the Crazy Girls.
Crazy Girls I did not buy. No. TMZ has gotten it wrong twice, and they're usually pretty good.
You know, that's what we were talking about before, is that TMZ is like become an actual source for real news.
Yeah. You usually can bet on them, but not for this one.
God damn it.
No, it's just, I don't know what's going on. I've probably spent enough that I could have bought it.
Maybe someone said that sarcastically. Jeez, he probably owns this place.
Yeah, so like those 3,672 lap dances probably amounted to the money they quoted.
Do you want to leave right now and go buy Crazy Girls? Let's just go do it.
Hey, listen, I got free cards for any of those places. I could call up Gino or Stan and Skins. Skins is shit.
There's a guy named Skins?
No, there's Stan who owns Skin.
Oh, that's
Skin
another
is
club.
quite a spot, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's a fun one.
I don't know the LA strip club scene at all. I don't know it at all. I just
I know the ironic strip club scene, which is Sam's Hofbrau and Jumbo's. That's the ironic strip club.
Well, and Fantasy Island.
Yes, I've heard of that.
That's still
more
here?
ironic than that. Yes, it used to be Kelbo's, like an old tiki lounge. And
Yeah, I
now
remember.
just
It's in West LA.
It's
Like
the best. Like it really. It couldn't be any like divier, but I love it.
Is it pirate themed strip club? Because that would be fucking amazing.
It still has the same Kelbo's bar, so you can still see like the lacquered like tiki things.
Keep your arms to yourself.
I love it.
Pirate bouncers.
Yes, I mean they could do it. That's actually the one to buy. It wouldn't be Crazy Girls. It would be Fantasy.
The one
Island.
strip club you can get scurvy from.
Yep.
I think I may have got it from Fantasy Island. Yeah, that's it. But I ate a lot of lemons.
Ye should watch Black Bertha pleasure herself with her own pig leg.
Oh, it was really fun, tragic, that joint. It's fun. It's good.
So what is it specifically that you're working on now? Because I know you have the movie.
I have a movie, The Field of Lost Shoes, coming out in like a week or so.
So now
it's a Civil War film.
You're just doing press for that, I would imagine.
That, and I have a show on Crackle called Cleaners.
Yeah.
So those are the two I'm promoting at the moment.
You've
And
done
then-
like 20 episodes of that, right?
Yeah. We did I'm not sure how many, 12 and then 6. That's 18.
Fuck, I should work for...
That's how fast my mind works mathematically. That is it. You should see me trying to do math homework with my 5th grade daughter. Oh my gosh. It's so hard now. I don't know. I'm not a nerdist in that regard. Like, I am like in all the others. Like, I love everything nerdy, but I'm just not smart enough.
Damn it! Well, math is a very specific... Math is one of those things where you learn it, and then when your brain just doesn't need to employ algebra anymore, your brain just kicks it out the door.
Right.
There's no reason for you to solve for X in a daily basis. So it's not weird that you don't... That's not crazy. Like that, are you smarter than a 5th grader bullshit? It's not fair because that's all the shit those kids are studying right now.
I
Adults
know.
have responsibilities. They're keeping those fucking kids alive.
Yeah.
That show's still on, right? Is that timely?
I think that's a timely ref.
I don't know if it's on still. How do you like being a dad?
It's the greatest. It really is. I have a 10-year-old daughter, Coco, and a newborn, he's 4 months now, Charlie West. They're just the best. It's so much fun. You guys have kids?
No.
Oh. It's something to really look forward to. You never sleep again, which is really, it's
That's the
difficult.
problem there,
Oh,
though.
it
That's
is
like
really
my
heavy.
favorite thing in life.
Yes.
Sleep is my child.
Yes.
It brings me so much joy. And if you haven't tried it, you really should sleep. It brings you so much joy.
That's true.
It's really fun.
Everyone says, like, it's the greatest thing in the world. Did you think it was going to be the greatest thing in the world? Or were you like, I don't know about this, and then the second you were a dad, you were like, I get it now.
Yeah. I mean, once you see him smile, I mean, that's like all he's doing right now. He's pooping, eating, smiling, and laughing and crying and sleeping. So, yeah, I mean, it does change everything. And now Coco's like a little person. She's completely like the coolest. She's got a great sense of humor, and she's got a huge heart, and she's just a great person. So,
Are you stressed, though? Because
I'm so stressed.
in like 3 or 4 years, it's going to be like boys and
I
dating,
know.
and it's like,
I mean, the whole thing's stressful.
I'm a guy. We're disgusting. I know what guys are like.
Yeah, but even before that comes up, you're just like, oh, I don't want anything to ever happen to him. You know what I mean? You have to completely like just there's got to be some good in the world. Just please protect her. You know what I mean? Protect him. You know, just let there be some beauty.
I don't want you to go out with that boy. Dad, are you calling me from Fantasy Island right now?
I am. And I'm seeing what's happening.
I am here as research.
Well, I do have a really bad parenting style. I don't really hide anything, so I'm like, listen. If you don't want to get as tragic as this, don't do it. It's kind of what it comes down to. Like sometimes when it's a bad moment, it's like I know.
But I think that's good though, because I think kids can sense. Well, as kids start to get older, obviously you can lie to them when they're young and be like, "There's a Santa Claus" or whatever. Yeah. But when they get older, I think kids can really sense honesty and authenticity. And I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with being like, "Hey, I'm just a person and you're a person, and good luck. We'll figure it out together."
Yeah. Well, this is a sad story, but it's an honest story. But I have a nightclub, and sometimes we have to work until 2 or 3, and then I went home, and you're drinking until 1:45, and. So I go home, and I go to sleep, and I have to get up and take my daughter to school. But the time period there in drinking and then being sober and then being able to drive, it wasn't there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had to take her, so I had to call an Uber. And she's like, "What are you doing, Dad?" And I had to explain. I was like, "Listen, I worked at my club last night, and I never drink and drive, and you have to I know it's awkward, but we're going to have to ride with another person to school right now."
I call that responsible.
It's responsible, but, that also falls into the line of, listen, honey, you have your whole life ahead of you. You can make the choices you want. You know what I mean? I hope you make the right ones. Don't.
Now I'll leave you with Armin, your driver.
I went with her. I didn't send her alone.
Don't leave any trash in the car. Daddy's trying to keep his customer rating up.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Armin, is Fantasy Island still open? Skin probably would be. Let's loop back.
I don't know. I just get tired at night now. I can't even admit, the idea of just going out and just being out. And I just feel like, I don't know. I gotta go to bed.
I know. I have a club called Bootsy Bellows, and it's hard to go all the time. You know what I mean? Now I'm the old guy at the club. I mean, it's my club, and we have puppets there, marionettes, crazy marionettes that dance and have sex with each other.
Really?
Sort of. I mean,
I wanted to go.
That's awesome.
I want to go to that.
Yes.
Where is that club?
It's the horriblest thing, but it happened. It just spontaneously happened. But we have a little Michael Jackson, and we have a, post-op Michael Jackson.
Right.
And Little Jackson 5 Jackson. And then, so I'm doing the Little Jackson 5 Jackson, and there's another guy doing the Michael Jackson. And then, so they start freaking with each other, and I was like, this is like Michael Jackson's ego's sexual, this is Freudian fucking horror.
I like that there was a deep psychological dive, and that it wasn't just a sick joke. It was just this represents, it's
the music is going boom, 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 and you can hear the people going, "Oh, no, why?"
I mean, this is technically masturbatory. To be really honest about it. It's like reaching through a time portal. Which is really what we're doing all the time. Every time we masturbate is reaching through a time portal. To our younger selves. I think what you did is fine. I don't think anyone would be proud. Where's the club?
It's right across from Boa on Sunset. It's where the old Bar 1 was back in the day.
Oh, I went there.
You did?
Yeah.
Were there puppets?
No, there weren't puppets that night. My friend,
if it was a private party.
Pantera Sarah runs the...
Absolutely.
She was running a night that I went.
Yes.
And
in the back room, there's not typically... She does the back room on Fridays.
I was in the back. I went into the back room, but it's a fascinating study in human interaction. The club thing. I mean, I don't drink, so for me, I experience every bit of it. From what I remember in the old days of drinking, you don't hear how loud and you don't really feel how crowded something can be. But when you're very aware of everything, you're like, it's really loud.
Yes.
Oh, wow, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
But it was pretty jumping.
Yeah, I'd say it's been a successful club for like 3 years, so it's hard to do that in LA.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. But it's a good time. I mean, people have a blast there.
What do you like about it?
I like playing with the puppets. That's like my favorite part. I really
a nightclub just to play with puppets.
I know. My puppet collection has increased tremendously.
The Bob Baker nightclub.
Oh, I love Bob Baker.
That's a good.
Those guys and Bob Baker. He lent us some of his puppets at the beginning. It was good.
That's
good
rad.
stuff.
That's really cool. That place is still open, right?
It is still open, but
It keeps on having fundraisers.
I know it needs them. I've always had this dream of like getting some big investment guy who's got a huge heart to just move it. It just needs to be on the 3rd Street Promenade, Hollywood Boulevard, or the Grove. It just needs to be right around one of those, places where there's a lot of traffic and people feel safe. And then you need someone to take care of Bob, get his finances in order and just make it the Bob Baker Marionette Theater and, just keep that dream alive. Because at one point in Los Angeles, there were 89 puppet theaters throughout the city.
Whoa.
Yeah. Because they didn't have movies at the time. And or it was just starting up. Movies were just starting. So you went to go see puppet shows, and there were adult ones, and there were kid ones, and so they had all these different ones. They had one adult theater on my head. They had one puppet theater where you'd watch a puppet show here, and then you'd swing your chair around, and you'd watch one on the other side.
Oh, wow.
And Elvira Street had a couple puppets. So yeah. And even when movies first started coming out, the MGM movies, I have these 2 amazing puppets that they didn't have television, so they didn't have advertisements. So they do these little puppet shows of Rhett Butler and Scarlett O'Hara, and they'd be in the same costumes. The same costume makers had made these little costumes for the puppets, and they'd frankly, darling, I don't give a damn, and they'd do that as a little puppet show.
At the puppet theaters.
Coming to theaters, yeah.
Oh, wow.
They would do it on little trucks, yeah.
Oh, shit.
They drive them around the different areas in town.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Do you build any of the puppets?